Hey people, Injured here for V3 Faction War. This is Khatrin Purification Plant and Eldar versus Orks of the Blue Eldar team. Two Warlocks. First up is Adila, and we also have Marky. These guys are melee spellcasters that can leap into combat with some powerful disruption and support. Exodite's elite scheme here for Marky, and some Biltan maybe for Adila. Rounding off this team, Asmondeus with a Farseer support hero that fights in melee combat. Some powerful buffs, debuffs and control abilities being shot at by a Mekboy. It's EM7, teleporting hero that fights in ranged combat, some powerful weaponry and a whole bunch of orky gadgets, making him very versatile alongside the man, the myth, the legend. It's the multiple tournament winner Noisy with a Warboss, a melee hero that can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front line. This is the Death Skull's elite scheme, I believe, chasing down those Exodites. And rounding off the teams is Volhrim with a Kommando knob, infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style begins ranged combat with a twin link shooter, being all sneaky already. Maybe some rangers then on this eastern edge. We got banshees all round, getting stuck into some sluggers towards the mid-west here. Warlocks alongside them. Might see some support there with the channeling runes and all that good stuff. Just tying up some shooter boys, gets a special for those Dire Avengers, having to pull back from all of the Daka, and now they can focus on the Warlock, make him retreat. Did keep some Dire Avengers in play, but they're being chased here by the Mekboy. Teleports after them, does some decent damage with that default shooter of his. Not the most impressive shooter, but he's got some good aim, it seems. Mekboy is now rejoining the shooters that are capping the west side. What is this? Banshees versus Sluggers. Banshees easily win this fight in a default state against default Sluggers, and yeah, stayed in that fight way too long. Almost lost them. EM7 was obviously trying to get back and assist there, but that was dicey. Oh, and just as I said that about how Banshees beat Sluggers easily, they just died to some Sluggers over here. Not sure what happened. Maybe they got into that fight on low health. Trying to shore up this west side now, the Orks. Getting behind some heavy cover. Imperial pipes are pretty robust, it turns out. Farseer sprinting in with her fleet of foot, tying up and disrupting some shooter boys. There's a destructor from the Warlock. One of his starting abilities alongside his own fleet of foot. Warboss now comes to join the party. Got that 42.5, I think, DPS axe. Will tear apart Dire Avenger models pretty quickly. Well, not too quickly since he attacks slowly, but pretty much die per swing, I think. To turn around, Mr. Warboss. Nope. Spotted the Guardian Weapon team, but the Guardian Weapon team is getting tied up by a mech who's now in trouble. It's another Shuriken Cannon Guardian Weapon team here for Marky. Needs to reface it though, I think. Looks like the Eldar are going to retake the west side. Where did the Warboss go? He was right to pull back there and wait for some Storm Boys. Fun times. East side, grenades going off. Sluggers do escape. We do have Rangers here. These guys are a kind of utility support sniper unit. Can do some cool stuff, as well as spot infiltrated enemies such as that Kommando. Painboy on the field. Support sub-commander for Orks. Can heal over time his Orky pals and get stuck into melee with a damage over time weapon. Some other fun stuff in tier 2 as well. Storm Boys jumping in. These guys have power melee weapons. Tear through heavy infantry pretty effectively, which Eldar don't have in tier 1. Wraithguard are heavy infantry in tier 2, and so are Dark Creepers, I believe. Did their job, took out the Shuriken and escape. Double Banshees on their tail, but they won't reach them. Do we have any? No big shooters here for some aiming. What's that? Suppression. Banshees doing their chasing. So good at this. Oh, that's painful. Farseer with her Spirit Stones for that spiritual rights. Massive AoE heal. We got a sneaky Kommando with a knife. Also got his stick bombs. Sneaking around those Banshees so we recognize the threat and get the hell out of there. See, it's glowing green, which suggests it's like poisonous or something, but it doesn't actually do damage over time, I don't think. That, whoa. Death Gun Mekboy almost just wiped out the Farseer there, teleported into her back and shot the crap out of her. We do have a Merciless Switchblade Warlock for Adila. Fantastic weapon. Disrupts from range. and does some good damage in melee with an energy drain. Stun bomb thrown out, starting ability of the Kommando, easily dodged. Lured back into the shuriken, not much they can do there, just mass suppression, and Kommando couldn't sneak around with the rangers there. Maybe some Storm Boys, Mr. Volhrim, although you're quite deep into tier 1 already. Speaking of Storm Boys, got some over here supported by a Warboss with Use Your Choppers. That's that massive lightning bolt there, one of his global abilities, buffing melee damage and melee skill, which makes you win melee fights pretty handily for the most part. That mass is like 35 melee skill or something. Basically can't be special attacked. Down goes the Warlock. This was Marky Mark's Exodite fella. Painboy getting the kill there. Eldar under pressure now on this west side. These Storm Boys done a fantastic job so far. Haven't really been dealt with. Banshee's trying to do so, but they are outgunned and out-choppered. Power bash now. Great momentum from Noisy, backed up here by EM7. Got some Storm Boys of his own. Look at this. There's the Pain Boy of Noisy. Must have used the heal because he's got no energy here. Storm Boy's going for a jump into base turrets. Might have been a big mistake. I guess it facilitated this power bash here. Might need to retreat though, fellas. Yeah, away you go. He did get a health buff, I think, in 2.9. Lots of Daka, lots of screaming Banshees, leveling up there for Asmon. Warboss is still putting pressure on here. Got the spiky armor and angry bits, and my mouse is messing up. There we go. Give me some tooltips. What's this? It's sluggers burning down a power node. Tier 2 for Adila. Marky Mark's already there. Also Asmon going and Noisy going. Double Storm Boys for EM7. Did they mean that? These guys are just hanging out. Other fellas have started capping things. There we go. Those two contested wreck points on the west side can make a big difference if you can hold them for a good time. Mekboy with his death gun doing his thing. Farseer flanks around with the fleet. Gets in. He can just teleport away though. Where did he teleport to? Oh, back there. Wasn't facing the right direction though, so had to de-set up to turn around. Storm Boys could turn and kill that Warlock. Maybe. Not the best foot chasers ever. Looks like they're not going to get it done. Yeah, that little leap they do doesn't seem to help them at all in chasing. By the time they recover from it... Ouch, good grenade there from Marky Mark. By the time they recover from that little leap, the unit is about as far away as it would have been anyway. But hey, they're Orks. They're trying their best. Shooter Boys here trying their best. Fully upgraded with big shooters and a knob leader. Lots of Daka. Just tearing through those Banshees there. Orks retain the west side. What did the Eldar do? Well, they've got some Wraith Guard. They're going to need to really defend these guys, of course, because of multiple Storm Boys and War Bosses and Sluggers. But the Warlock maybe with... there we go. Witchblade of Kurnus, Ethereal Slash would have something to say about any Storm Boys trying to get on the Wraith Guard. And the Farseer could also get the Gravity Blade for some anti-melee. They've got some options, as you always do. Banshees, of course, can get their X arcs up and start getting stuck in as well a bit more. Rangers, are they going to get a shot? Here's a War Truck from Noisy, the Death Scholars War Truck, those massive metal tusks on the front, which is pretty awesome. That big shoot on the back doesn't do a huge amount of DPS, but it'll whittle you down, and Adila doesn't really have an answer over there. Maybe a Bright Glance. Noisy, so good at this fluid gameplay in the 3v3. Just pops up at a moment's notice with pretty much every faction and starts doing stuff like bashing your power and pushing you back with the War Truck. Are we going to get the Bright Lance? I don't see it. Some grenades maybe? I mean, it'll help. Needs a big flank here. And they're not getting a flanking assist. Here comes Marky Mark. They even capped the mid here, the Orks. They did lose some sluggers, and those guys had burners too. What is this? A Warp Throat. Warlock is pissed off. Storm Boys now harassing. Taking a lot of damage, the War Truck. From grenades, I guess. Not actually sure. I don't know why Adila's not getting fire dragons or something. Maybe he thinks that this War Truck is not his problem for too long, maybe. Wraithguard getting caught really badly by Storm Boys. And these guys with their heavy infantry armor will take an extra damage from those power melee weapons. Warboss getting stuck in, using his Now I'm Angry to do so. That default weapon does a pretty good job. Down goes the War Truck. Banshee's got on it with the aspect of strength. Incidentally, Adila losing his Banshees along the way. Missed that. Asmondeus had a bad engagement or two, down to 2 units. Losing some ground on the west side, the Eldar. We have a Stormboy Knob Leader. That guy has a heavy melee huge chopper. And he knows how to use it. Knows how to jump on you and stun you as well. Which is pretty handy. Noding up this... oh, it's already noded. The Orks. Painboy getting his stronger git source. What am I hearing? What's exploding? Oh, there was the avatar. The Autarch being dropped in. If only you could drop in an avatar. Doombringer in play now for the Farseer. Looks vaguely on fire. Eldar trickery. Autarch jumping back. That big heal. Man, that's got a big AoE. It's not a huge heal, but it also gives a speed bonus and I think a damage bonus for a little while. Weird Boy here for Noisy could do a massive amount of work. And we have full infantry armies here. Grenades going in. Bringing some pain. Storm Boys get a decent jump but then run away. Might get caught by Banshees in retreat too. Trying to get on them but they're being suppressed. And Weird Boy doing his thing with his basic attack. Here comes some more Storm Boys with... Use your choppers. No Knob Leader for these fellas. There's that Warp Vomit. Starting ability of the Weird Boy. Do these Banshees really want to get into a fight? Yeah, run away. Run away, ladies. Still trying to chase these fellas. Oh boy. Are they going to take out the Wraithguard? Very nearly did. So very nearly did. Going for a... Oh, they got it with the Bomber Boys. Improved the rocket packs, increasing their jump range and giving them that explodey kamikaze strike. Power Claw now for the Warboss. Orks looking strong, although tier 3 now for Marky Mark. Level 3 Warlock with the Witchblade of Kurnos. Haven't seen the Ethereal Slash. I'm sure it's been used. Lots of Daka on the Autarch's face. Yeah, he needs to get out of there. She needs to open the fights with a jump. Just got caught there. There's a Warp Throw. Breaking some pipes. Not that robust then. That was a heal over time then from the Painboy. Great timing on that. Just before they dropped a model. 313, 386 double cap here for the red Orky team. Although EM7 has had a little bit of adversity. Down to double Storm Boys and some Shooter Boys here. Tier 3 for Asmondeus. Less investment in tier 2 it feels like from the Eldar, enabling them to get tier 3 going faster, but will they have the momentum once they get there? Warboss just casually sending the Painboy flying. He's got places to be, like this Banshee fight. They couldn't quite get the cap, and now they're off the field for the coming engagements. Lots of Orks milling around there. Nothing to punish them for milling. Autarch gets a jump. But now she's going to be knocked over by the custom force field and it's all kicking off. Eldar needs to get out of here, I think. These Storm Boys looking so dangerous. So very dangerous. Banshee's trying to get in on the Painboy, taking some friendly fire from the Wraithguard there. So be careful with those Wraith Cannons, those guys. Warboss gets knocked over. Ethereal slashed. I don't think it hit him. Might go down. Witchblade of Kurnos does decent damage, might be able to get him. Maybe. No, being suppressed by the, is that the mech? It is the mech. I was expecting some looters on this west side. We haven't seen any. Eldar, thanks to Adila, pushing down this eastern side, bashing power too. Good play. Punching through Volhrim. I guess the Storm Boys were dealt with by the Warlock, or got caught by the... Oh, these guys have a Bright Lance now. Not sure what dealt with the Storm Boys. Maybe it just was just this fella Adila now the balance lead, of course, in Elite mod. So everyone say thank you, because he's helping keep this game alive. Level 2, Grinding Weapon Team, trying to get shots on those Storm Boys, not going to work out. Webway going up over there. Now a big pushback by Volhrim. Can they get all the way through to the power though? Eldar take the west side, you know. I was not expecting them to be able to retake it before some tier 3 stuff came out. We do have a Fire Prism in the way and some Seer Council for Asmon, and they will be supported by the Farseer, of course, with her Guide, Spirit Stones, all that good stuff. Psychic Storm there to lock things down for the Seer Council to get into. I think that's set to be nerfed somewhat, the Psychic Storm. Bit too much damage maybe. Put it more in line with other control abilities that don't do quite as much damage. 225 to 361. Banshee's getting in on the Shooter Boys. Well played. And Ethereal Slash will deal with the Storm Boys. Starting to get these engagements together now, the Eldar. Fire Prism gets a big old shot. Can the Wraith Guard get away though? I don't think so. No, they go down. Storm Boys got in there. Another jump. And they did not get knocked over because jumping units have a few seconds of knockback immunity. So the Fire Prism shot had no knockback effect. Can they kill these guys? That was Doom on them there from the Doombringer. And Seer Council are in. And they are chopping stuff up. I love this unit. I love me some elite melee. Those guys leap into combat with some power melee weapons. Some decent durability too. Also providing a damage resistance buff to themselves and nearby allies for range damage. What is this? Is that a singularity? It is. Almost minced up those Storm Boys. If they weren't level 2, they would have been done for. That's why you keep your units alive and level them up. Lots of Daka, but not enough to stop them retreating. Can Marky Mark use this Fire Prism? Well, it's going to make a big difference. Especially if knobs start to hit the field. Avatar of Khaine on the way for Asmondeus. Look at this, the Orks have the Eastern Power stolen. Stole all these fancy sparkly Eldar generators. No sign of Adila taking the D cannon to the west side. Wants to assault their natural VP with it. What stunned those fellas over there? Oh, it must have been Warp Vomit from the Weird Boy. Weird Boy does friendly fire. Ortok runs away. Seer Council sticking in here. Need to be careful. Farseer's there to support. She might have already used the Spirit Stones. Spiritual right, so she runs off. 225 to 302. Eldar, though, do have some stuff on the west side looking after it. Marky Mark's got Dire Avengers, got the Warlock himself with Providence. And the Fire Prisms there, of course. You saw that instantly started moving the Fire Prism back when spotted the knobs there, trying to keep it at maximum range. There's no reason not to. Just takes micro. And that was good play there by Marky Mark. What's this? It's a looted tank. And that's a Rocks. Global nuke for the Orks. Ouch. Painful stuff. Really very painful. This Bright Lance going to escape? Amazing. No, he didn't escape. It went down. That was very effective nuke. Very, very effective. Didn't even set it up, I don't think. Just couldn't get out of there quickly enough. Knob squad on the field for Noisy. And here comes some sluggers for Volhrim. That's to help repair that looted tank. Avatar of Khaine on the field. Passively buffs nearby units with this suppression immunity. And I think some damage buffs too. Pretty effective close combatant too. But that's a knob squad. And if you want an effective close combatant, these are your guys. Oh, Rocks. Knocked into it by that Weird Boy shot there. Ouch, that is painful for everything involved. Avatar seems to have come out okay. Got that big pool of hit points, of course, with super heavy infantry armor. Kind of shrugs off piercing damage, but power melee and heavy melee will get through. Also Melter and Plasma pretty dangerous for that guy, which is perhaps not expected for tabletop players, because I think he's like immune to that stuff on tabletop, or at least was. Warboss might not get away here. Oh, there's a stomp. Might help him escape. Nope. He's here to bash some Eldar skulls and goes down for it. Look at this. Painboy of Volhrim getting a cap there. Nicely done him. Dire Avengers that were manning the D-cannon got that kill, I think. Some more Seer counter this time from Marky Mark. And they should be able to tear through Stormboys. Especially level 1 Stormboys. There's some more Stormboys there though. They do have some fire support, but so do the Orks. Seer Council need to be careful. Stormboys with a... then they got a special attack there. And knocked them over. Or was that friendly fire knockback from the fire prism? I don't think it was. Painboy being sneaky. Infiltrated by Volhrim's global. The Kommando still down, by the way, over on his east side. And the Mekboy is also down on the west side. And being down 2 heroes makes a big old difference late game when they've got gear and levels and stuff. Uh-oh. Wailing Doom from the Avatar. Slightly misplaced, but the Warlock doesn't mind. Orks now chasing a looted tank. Doesn't have a fusion gun though. Is this his second? Yeah, it is the second avatar. This is Adila's avatar. And we've got a third on the way. Battle wagon for EM7 with double sluggers to support it. Angry Space Elf though, Marky Mark with Providence up. Giving him that invulnerability and super fast ability cooldown with crazy energy regen. Doubled fire prisms on that side now. Might need to jump them first before committing the Nob Squad, who are in the mid right now. Warboss gets away this time. Nob Squad being knocked over. Oh, Warboss was not retreating. I thought he was retreating out. Now he is, I think. We do have a fusion gun autark for Asmon. I believe we can switch the weapons now. Or at least switch from the spear to the gun. Tank getting way too close to the giant fire sword thing. Oh. Stormboys are very low. Autark is there to help out the D-cannon. Ranger's also there. Can they get a shot? Maybe? There we go. Couldn't quite get the kill though. Those guys retreating. Fire Prism getting the hell away from the battle wagon. There's the fancy green Exodite avatar looking pretty damn cool for Marky Mark. The third avatar on the field. And they've done a fantastic job so far. Farseer goes down, but she did kill those sluggers with a storm. More of that autark healing speed stuff. She got some drugs, I tell you. Here's another Nob Squad from Volhrim, but Noisy lost the Nob Squad. And there they are. While I was busy watching the D-cannon escape, I think. Oh, didn't stun the battle wagon. It seemed to hit it. Eldritch Storm there. 177, 178. I haven't been paying attention to the VPs. They're pretty much as close as you can get. Very nicely poised game. That Nob Squad loss was a big loss though for Noisy. More on the way. Wait for me, says EM7. That's a big part of team games. Not going in alone. Unless you have a crazy plan. Eldar being aggressive. Getting in the faces of the Orks. Do not want to invite pressure onto their VP. This could lead to an overextend. We'll see. Some strange jumping here from Stormboy. It's a very staggered jump. But Eldar looking strong. Looking very strong. Nob Squad here. Now, there's a Stormboy Nob. Here's the Nob Squad. They're being disrupted by fire prisms. They've made a big difference. These fire prisms and these avatars have not been dealt with at all. I mean, Orks lack plasma weaponry, so they can have a tough time dealing with avatars. Usually you kind of pile in nobs and just try to brute force it with hero support and lots of Daka. But Avatar's been used pretty well so far. Flash Gits with their blasters can also do some good damage to Avatars. Haven't seen any of those yet. That was the Wailing Doom, was it? Or was that a Wrath of Khaine? I didn't see the start of it. Mekboy's getting a cat. Are you guys shooting? Nope, they must not have vision. They can't shoot it. Warlock getting a heroic cap here, Adila. Oh, gets knocked off it by Noisy. He's going to die now, I think. Smack. Backhanded by a power claw. That'll do it. That'll do it. There's a Wailing Doom. I hear an Eldritch Storm. Where is it? Over there. Takes down the battle wagon. And a bunch of fellas inside, it seems. Eldar are on the march. Look at their rosters here. This is their game. Looks like it's going to be their game. EM7 down to a single unit. Get some knobs. Just trying to recover here. Just haven't been able to deal with these avatars. These fire prisms have barely been touched as well. Really done a good job kind of getting in the face of the Orks, keeping them away from the back lines where these fire prisms are hanging out. Volhrim's Kommando has been down for so long. That's a big deal because he's got rocket launchers and stuff. Avatar doing her thing with that fusion gun. Lob squad just trying to get in there and do some work from Noisy. They got up to the fire prism and take it down. That's how dangerous they can be, and that's how quickly you can lose those fire prisms with only 500 hit points at level 1. Really need to be on the ball with that. It's not easy when you're trying to keep track of and manage so much stuff in the 3v3. There's a revive there. Farseer is level 10. She get extra XP, I think, right? Yeah. I think so. Or did they remove that? It's not on the tooltip. But anyway, she's level 10. There's that kinetic pulse. Rangers doing some work for Adila. These are new Rangers. Already level 2 though. Lost their natural. Getting it back thanks to Marky Mark's Warlock. But the Orks are done for. Look at their rosters. No way back now. They'd have to all drop like perfect nukes or something. Gonna be a triple here, I think. Fantastic job for the Eldar. Tier 3 was immaculate. And there is to concede from the Orks. Let's look at these heroes. Adila's Warlock level 7. Level 4 for Marky Mark. He had a level 10 Farseer. Did some work over there, Asmon. Level 4 Mech. A level 6 Warboss. All down these Orks. And that level 3 Kommando. Got up at the end there, look. And came and went down again. Fantastic game. Great fun. Big thanks to all the players for taking part. And a big thanks to Impregnable for organising these faction war events, which gives us all these great games. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.